right, it's the 16th of January. You're most welcome for the NILE CAST Bulletin on West Nile TV that comes your ways every Mondays to Sundays. And today, my name is Farish Majid. As we get to have the news bulletin, let's first have a look at what is making round headlines. In the headlines tonight, vendors in Pakwach district decry low sales in the post-festive season era. Education Department of Moyo District receives over 106 millions. And over 150 youth groups in Maiji settlement supported with business startup kits. For this and more, in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. Welcome back, and it's a great pleasure having you on board for our NILE CAST News Bulletin. And to begin off with the news bulletin, let's first have a look at one of the top stories making it in the traders and other market vendors in Pakwach district have raised concern over the poor sales registered as the new year started, and with most being attributed to the festive season. Alfred Jawok has more details on the story.
Many vendors who used to support their families through selling of different commodities have failed to extend their help since they are operating on losses. A mini survey conducted by this reporter indicates that some vendors go back home with empty hands, sitting from morning to evening without sales. Akelo Keti, a banana and onion seller at Pakwach Main Market, says she has resorted to selling scraps to earn money as she no longer gets profit in selling mixed produce. She attributes the low sales to lack of money, hence many people spent their money during Christmas and New Year celebrations. She added that customers fear high prices from the vendors, hence there is scarcity of banana in Pakwach district.
People were buying a lot, but after Christmas they have declined. They come one by one. Sometimes even I go home without any money. The money they collected for Christmas got over. And now I think they are collecting money for taking their children back to school. So they are keeping the money there.
Zulfa Owechi, a vendor in rice and sugar at Pakwach Main Market, said she used to get her commodities from Kampala, but due to economic hardship and high price of rice, she normally gets little profit to meet her demand. She attributes the low sales to high expense people exhibited last year.
Before Christmas, people extravagantly spent money on luxurious food or luxurious attires, but after Christmas we are just yawning in the market. People have eaten all their money. Maybe some have kept some for school fees, but as I talk, there is very poor sales. When you get 10,000 shillings a day, I've really worked. But during Christmas time we worked money, and now we are just yawning.
Christopher Okesha, a routine seller of mixed produce, expressed worry over his business since he has not sold all stock, doubled the outcome of his business. He promised to quit the business and opt for riding boda for survival.
Strong machine, you are more car about it. You are my alien. Travel pay, then I will talk opinion out Kokoro, Katoloka, pay more manda. The young Shoncha at least that one no send it. Young time will be independent, Madame will some bit of culture shock as my will be or I can unlocking that on Canada job. One see no pay. Let people then be working more on Carva. Put them
A bunch of banana in Pakwach Main Market ranges from 25 to 35, depending on the size and quality. A kilo of sugar goes for 5,200 shillings. Many women market vendors in Pakwach district are breadwinners for their families, as most of them are single mothers who sometimes pay school fees for their children, but low sales has become a challenge for many of them. Pakwach Town Council has 3 small markets, Owere, Wankawa, and the main market. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Welcome back, and more in the stories. Ministry of Education has disbursed 126 million to the Education Department of Moyo District in preparation for the opening of the new academic year 2024. This money comes at a time when schools are preparing for reopening ahead of the next academic calendar. Okumu Dominic has more details on the story.
The Ministry of Education late last year released the new education calendar for new academic year 2024, with the learners set to spend more time in school compared to the time for being out of school on holidays. According to the calendar, learners will spend a total of 260 days in school and 103 days at home during holidays. Honorable Dr. Joyce Muriku Kaduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education, who doubles as the Woman Member of Parliament for Moyo District, when asked on how prepared the Ministry of Education is for the new academic year 2024, said, as ministry they are ready for the new academic year, and that explains why the ministry released the new education calendar. And in the case of Moyo District, the ministry has gone ahead to disburse over 126 million shillings, which will help the education department in the district in uplifting the faces of some of the learning institutions so as to improve on the quality of education. She urged the education department to engage the head teachers in the different schools to start preparing for the new academic year, and also urged the parents to prepare their learners, saying education is a collective responsibility.
Of our ministry, through the district, through the DEO, through the head teachers, we've been telling them, look, we need not to wait when the learners are coming back. Prepare the teachers, the lesson scheming, the classrooms, prepare the environment. If there are innovations to be done through the district, as I said, we send the school facility grant every financial year to every district. We send money for school maintenance to every district in every financial year. A case in point in Moyo, for this financial year 2023-2024, we've sent 126 plus million for a school facility grant, and for school maintenance is 99 million. So these are the money that the district can sit down, make a plan, prioritize according to the needs in schools, and to see to it that which school needs to be renovated, which schools which can be given facelift, so that the learners can feel comfortable. The school environment is really a school environment, not just a ramshackle building, ramshackle environment.
Mr. Malimaiko, the District Education Officer Moyo, confirmed that the Education Department received the said amount of money from the ministry and used it for renovating 4 classroom blocks in Etele Primary School and another minor renovation in Kweo Primary School. He, however, said the 126 million is too small because most of the schools in the district have been constructed long time ago, and therefore most of the classroom blocks are in very poor state. He requests the ministry to consider sending more funds so as to uplift the faces of the old schools in the district.
It is true, we have received the 126 million the minister talked about. It is already in our budget, and council has appropriated it for reconstruction works of 4 classroom block in Etele Primary School, which has very seriously dilapidated structures, and the remaining portion is being used for rehabilitation works at Kweo Primary School for minor repairs on 4 classroom block. However, the 126 million is very small. We would appeal to the Ministry of Education and Sports to add more money for the reconstruction works, because we have a lot of needs for repair Starting from Lefori side, we have a classroom block in Gwere, which is deroofed and learners are not using it. All schools like Bilbao, they need reconstruction.
The Ministry of Education and Sports has announced that Term 1 of the new academic year 2024 will start on 5th February 2024, and the new calendar has been dispatched to all the learning institutions so as to start preparations to welcome the new learners after a long period of time. However, in Moyo district, most of the learning institutions, especially the government-aided primary schools, are grappling with lack of infrastructure, especially classroom blocks, staff houses, and toilet facilities, with many structures being in a very sorry state, something which requires concerted efforts from all the education stakeholders in the district. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu for West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Welcome back from that story and more in the stories. Stakeholders in Pakwach district have raised concern over the number of people committing suicide in the area. And this follows the recent incident where a man was found dead in his house under unclear circumstances. And Alfred Jawok has more details on this story.
According to reports from Pakwach Central Police Station, it is most frightening that these suicide cases are highly prevalent among the young and elderly persons whom we will think are so much affected by the economic crisis within the old ages who have more responsibilities. Suicide accounts to 1 of every 100 deaths globally and has been the 22nd of the leading causes of deaths in Uganda. This follows the sudden death of former chairperson Local Council 1, Jokal Village Paul Kedaga, 86 years, who was found hanging on a rope in his own house in Pakwach Town Council, Pakwach District. According to Jeros Apeo, the elder daughter of the deceased narrated that his father hanged himself on allegations that his grandchildren are not giving him help. Apeo father blamed her father for over-drinking alcohol, which could have contributed to his death. Cynthia Peach, an eyewitness, told this reporter that the deceased woke up well and later locked himself up and later found dead. She condemned such acts and appealed to other older persons to always seek for counseling from health experts.
When my mother woke up, stirred tea, taken to Mukuli's house. She found when she was not there, so she went back inside. And after some times when he came back, my little daughter saw me. Then went to my mother that, Mom, Mukulu is back, and then I'll take your tea. So when she took the tissue, she found when she sat unconscious, saliva and flu coming out, including tears. So we came and checked on her. On him we thought that it was just something like collapse of faint since he was drunk a previous night. So all of a sudden we realized that he was having a rope in the neck.
Recently, Anifa Sebi Gift, the Executive Director Love for Peace Initiative LOPI, an organization working in Pakwach District, said depression disorders are another root cause as people continue to be challenged by the economic situation in the country, difficulties in love relationships with the related conflicts and infections. Reports from Pakwach Police indicate that crime rates in the district execute about 15 suicide crimes monthly, while in 2021 alone, the Crime Investigation Department of Uganda Police in Pakwach District processed 25 suicide scenes. The suicides have been majorly by hanging, ingestion of poison, drug overdose, jumping off into river, and bleeding oneself. It has been noted that the suicide burden awfully increased since the COVID-19 pandemic, but it is nasty to just connect this rise to the scouts and leave everything to that than dig deeper and ascertain the real cause and devise the fitting solutions. There should be calls for increased free counseling services, decentralized rehabilitation centers, more investment in community sensitization, and the concerned authorities should pass by law on alcohol and drugs responsibly. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
All right, welcome back, and finally to end up the news bulletin with, as efforts to end unemployment among the youth through skilling, youths in Adjumani district have been trained on business skills and equipped with startup kits, and this was done by GIZ and other partners within the district. Alan Onzima filed this story.
In the recent months, youth have been trained with vocational skills such as catering, obstruction, and mechanics to create them with skill and self-reliance and create empowerment in business. Palm Corp and GIZ, together with other implementing partners, have taken the initiative to equip trained learners with various startup kits to boost their business. This was held on Monday, 16th of January 2024 in Adjumani district. Andaku Alexander, project manager Palm Corp, said it's the duty of the implementing partners to equip the youth with vocational skills and necessary requirements as startup capital of the business. Alexandria, however, encouraged the beneficiaries to start investing the money immediately after receiving.
Youth can apply the skill they have in business sense. So in this, we took them through entrepreneurship, we took them through marketing, we took them through financial literacy, and then basic record keeping in their businesses, so that they are able to have business skills alongside the hands-on skills. So today we have come to the climax of the project, where it has been phases. We are trained on hands-on skills. Now we train them in soft skills, the one I told you about. And then right now we are giving them startup kits in partnership with the GIZ. So here they are going to go with the startup kits and encourage them to start their business as soon as they receive their startup kits today.
Addressing the participants, Honorable Harambe Dominic, the Area 3 Local Council chairperson of Ukusijani Sub-County, thanked the partners for equipping the youths and warned them against misuse of the items given to them by selling them, but rather should use them for the intended purposes.
As a government, we can plan, but we may have no resources. So we really appreciate. We're really very appreciative to our partners for actually equipping our youth with the skill training and giving from them startup kit. Two, I want to appeal to our youth. This startup kit is given from them, so they should put it in the right use rather than frustrating partners' effort by selling off these startup kits.
Ababiku Jacqueline, one of the beneficiaries in bakery, expressed appreciation to GIZ and Palm Corps for availing them with trainings and resources for startup of the business, since it was hard to access such items elsewhere.
At the training
Emmanuel Okwari, Deputy Resident District Commissioner at Adjumani District, thanked participants who took part in physical training of the youths in marketing and entrepreneurship skills. He said their duty is to guarantee safe environment for implementing partners to carry out development and inspect the projects in terms of operation and sustainability.
We are happy by the funding from GIZ, the implementing partner, Palm Corps, and the participants who have been involved in this mentoring of youths and youth groups, training them on areas of marketing, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and even group dynamics. So we appreciate that a number of participants have been involved. the people who have benefited from this, we are sure will be able to enhance their service levels, will be able to be more productive, and will be able to do much more for the homestays that they represent. So we want to encourage them to put these items into good use.
This project is funded by the German Corporation and implemented by Palm Corps and is meant to support the youth with various vocational skills which will enable them to sustain themselves in the future. Muklia Lawrence, Onjima Alan, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.